I can revive a little bit of my first love, which was a classic Mini. This isn't a classic Mini, this is the new Mini Cooper in a mod for Assetto Corsa right now.
Do you like our logo? Yeah, we thought you would. Get it now at our partner Spreadshirt.net.
Greetings petrolheads and welcome to a new episode of It's a Mod World. We are driving a mod called Mini Cooper Cup UK, and it's a Mini of the new generation. Since 2002 there is a Mini challenge, of course, to support the brand, but these cars like the Renault Clio and other similar small cars are great for beginners to learn how to race without having to invest too much. Still, this new version of the Mini is mini enough for me to feel like in the old days when I was driving my first car around. The Mini that I'm driving right now is the new Mini Cooper, or to be precise, the Mini Hatch, which was introduced into the market in the year 2000 after BMW had acquired, amongst many others, the rights to the Mini brand. If you compare it to the classic Mini, the new Mini is something like, I think it's 70-75 centimeters longer. I don't have much space to see. Let's take a look at this car. Seatbelt? Armrest? The sun sheet? This looks strange. If I make a racing car, I strip it of everything that adds weight. And this is a racing car because look at the cage, look at the protection bars. This is strange. Either the mod is only half done, or in the UK Cup they don't strip the cars that much. But I don't think so. Can somebody tell me? It would be strange to leave all these parts around because these parts are security hazards. Yes, I chose a livery that looks like Mondrian because I like Mondrian. By the way, this mod includes a lot of liveries. Well, the Mini is a mini car, quite small. Oh, a double wing? Interesting. Yeah, I suppose that would work. Nice. Looks nice. I like it. Have you noticed the speck in the windscreen? Wait, I'll make it bigger. Overall, the sound of this car sounds a little bit muffled, but let's hear some examples. Strange, when I go down the gears, I don't hear the motor going down the gears. See? Aha. So now I brake very strongly and the motor just did not sound anymore. Either the mod is occupied making the sound of the screeching wheels, or the motor stalls, but I don't see any indication here that it does so. This car feels a little bit too light. Other than that, it's a stable little car that you can throw around if you know how. But it's neither oversteery nor understeery. I would go and say it's too small for that. Doesn't have much space in the chassis to be any of those. But that's what makes it fun little car to drive, similar to the 500. I've reduced the air pressure in the tires, and somehow the car feels even lighter. I don't get it. Of all these little jumps up and down that the car makes, which are completely understandable, I don't feel any of them in the force feedback, which is a pity, as it would add to the character of this car if you would feel them. Fun fact, when the new Mini was being designed, BMW made it very clear that the new Mini had to have place in the trunk for at least one beer crate. They're Bavarian, what do you expect? Whoa! You want to be careful with the brakes. As the millisecond that you push the brakes too hard, this car goes straight. On the race, this mod behaves differently than it did in practice, and I'm not sure why. The tire spin is much stronger than it was on practice. I get the feeling that the brakes behave differently, but it may be that I'm now using racing speed. But I have the same setup that I had in practice, and the car feels differently. It may very well be that having to calculate all the cars, Assetto Corsa is not able to translate the physics of this car the same way that it did in practice. And as we learned in my review of Barber eats a lot of CPU time. For the moment, I would go with it's an issue with Assetto Corsa and not with it's an issue of the mod. Don't look that way at this car. The Mini at its heyday won international rallies, it won Rallycross, and it even won twice the European Touring Car Championship. I know it's taxing the GPU if not the CPU, because the VR graphics aren't as good as they were when I was driving in practice. Boinky, 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 boinky. Not only because it was my first car, the Mini holds a special place in my heart. At those times I was driving karts a lot, and I went to the kart track to train and race with the Mini. Raced with a kart, came back to the Mini, and it almost felt as if I had not left the kart. So basic was the driving in a classic Mini. Well, the Mini. It looks quite well, but I get the feeling, I mean the back seat, the seat belt, I get the feeling that it's not finished completely. The look is quite good, but not completely right. I give it 4 eyes out of 5. The sound inside of the car, it sounds quite muffled. Outside it sounds quite well. When you let go of the throttle, you get those small explosions. All in all, it's almost there, but I miss all these small sounds that the cars do when they race. You only hear the motor and the brakes and so on. Oh, and it's got that error when I brake that I don't hear the motor anymore. Because the sound is not there yet, and because of that glaring error, I give it 3 ears out of 5. The driving feeling. It feels too light, it doesn't talk to me. It doesn't drive badly, but I've driven better mods and better vehicles. I'm torn between 3 and 4, I'll give it 4 wheels out of 5. It's a pity, this mod could have been better, it could have enjoyed a last cleanup. Maybe if the makers do one more version of it, it will be completely there, I don't know. But it is not there yet. By the way, what was your first love? Which was the first car that you really liked to drive? As I said, mine was a classic Mini. Yours? Which one was yours? That would be all for today. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked it, please applaud by leaving a like. If you want to see more of us, subscribe and don't forget to click on the bell. And until the next time, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other at the podium.
Visit romrom.net to connect to fellow sim racers and sim racing fans.